Chicken nugget.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Chicken
nugget.
I want chicken nugget.
Chicken nugget. We bought these chicken nuggets because you guys have some pillow chicken nuggets, or you had some.
We still have them. They're just stuffed in a bag.
They're hidden somewhere. But we bought them thinking that they would be the same size. Like
They are,
but they're tiny.
These are itty bitty.
Yeah, yours are like full, like pillow sized, and ours are just like we we don't do it so much anymore, but we used to. We've got 3 of them. The other one's over there, and we used to set them up like doing something. And when the other when we used to set them up, we'd like do something with them, and then the other person would have to guess what they were doing when they got home. So like we'd set them up. Like one time I had them, you know, like how gymnasts will do like a pyramid sometimes, and they'll like hold people up. Like I did that with these. So I like set 2 of them up standing, and then the third one like on top of them. Like I don't know, just like random stuff.
I actually like that.
It's pretty fun. I feel like I'm still in those stages of like, yeah, like I woke up like an hour and a half ago, but like I still feel like I'm sleepy time. Have you ever felt that when you wake up?
I felt that today. Usually I feel like I feel pretty rested, but I felt that today.
Because I drug you out of bed early to get here.
Very early.
I was like, Jacob,
it's not
get.
Even that bad.
Yeah.
It's actually 6 a.m. right now.
What?
Just kidding. It's like 7:30, 7:40.
It's like, oh, I don't think it is.
Yeah. Also, my this is important. My work approved a Switch 2 for our lobby.
No way.
I just ordered it, and I was just like, we'll see if they say yes.
Yeah.
And they did.
Or
sick. They just didn't look at it. So we got a Switch 2, and then I took it home and played Mario Kart.
Bro, that's so dope. Is it better than the Switch 1?
No, I don't like it. Oh. I mean, I like the Switch 2. I like the design. It feels nice. This is a hot take. I don't like the new Mario Kart. I don't think it's very fun.
Is that the Mario Kart like World or whatever?
Yeah. I just don't like the courses. I don't like the way the game plays. You do one race, like a couple laps, and then it ends. And then it starts again, but you start at that track and you drive to the next one.
And that's like part of the race?
That's part of the race.
Oh, interesting.
Which sounds fun, but the roads to the courses are not fun.
Oof.
They're very like
a straight road.
Yeah.
So you're like, wow, this is so exciting.
So then when you finally arrive, and what the cool part is that you'll finish the drive, you'll reach the course, and you'll just go right into it. Like that's like the first couple laps. But it's annoying because when you get to the main course, you do like one lap and then it's like over. You're like, oh, that's kind of lame.
That does sound kind of lame.
So we can stop talking about this, but I have not been super impressed.
That is unfortunate.
But anyways, how are you doing, Jaden?
I'm doing
this good morning.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing quite well. We actually, after we finish recording this, we're going on a 12.5-hour drive. And so I was like, oh, frick, the Switch. So I might just drive by your place and steal it from Esther. I'm just kidding. But I feel like...
Are you driving? You just riding?
Yeah, we're probably going to switch off, Maddie and I, just as we drive. I don't know that I can drive for 12 hours straight. I can't drive for freaking 5 hours straight.
Driving up to Yakima?
Yeah.
Bantha?
Yeah, so we're driving up from here to, it's called Wenatchee, because that's like the far end of our mission. And then we'll work our way like closer towards like the Idaho side of the state. And then once we're done, we'll just drive back. And it'll be like hopefully 9 hours or something back. So not as crazy, but yeah, it'll be fun. But I got my stack of books right there to read while we're driving. Not while I'm driving. Don't worry, I don't read and drive.
Thank goodness.
But yeah, Maddie has grown up. Like every summer, she used to drive to Oregon, which was like a 9-hour drive.
No,
and so she's like, yeah, like I'm used to driving long distances. And for me, the longest we really ever drove was to like St. George, which is like 4 hours. And so for me, 4 hours is like a long drive. For Maddie, it's like, oh yeah, 9 hours. So by the time we hit like halfway, I'm gonna be like, please end already. Yeah.
You're gonna die when we fly to the Philippines.
Yeah, that's true. But when we fly to the Philippines, none of us will have to be driving. I feel like that's one hard part about driving. It's like one person kind of has to be like somewhat locked in. Like you can't all be watching a movie or like playing Smash Bros with each other or like, I don't know.
That's true. I'll be honest. I shouldn't say this, but I definitely just put like my earbuds in, put the noise canceling on so I'm not hearing the road sounds.
Fair.
and then I just watch a movie while I'm driving. I'm more like listening to a movie.
Yeah.
Like I watched all of Whiplash in the car.
Oh.
You know that movie?
No, but Maddie has. She told me all about it.
Not my tempo. Something like that. Not my tempo. That's how he says it. Not my tempo. It doesn't matter. All right. Sorry. You know what would have been funny is if I said it a fourth time.
Do it.
No.
Oh, okay. I'll say it for you.
It wasn't
not my tempo.
It wasn't funny the first time, but I said it 3 times, and so saying it another time would have been
even better. Yeah, we're trying something new this time. We got hopefully better video quality.
Yeah, the first 2 were pretty bad. Actually, the first one there was 50% video quality because it cut out halfway through. The first one, it was 100% video, 0% good looking. So
0% good looking.
Hopefully this looks a little better. And if not,
that's okay.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, we have advanced from primates to less
pretty big men.
Yeah, that too. Dude, I read your review for Little Women today.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. You were like, I didn't see very many little women in this movie. Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, I had just woken up and I was like,
I'm so glad.
I was like, what? I was just like chuckling to myself in bed.
Yeah, that's funny.
Anyway, I thought it was great. Then Maddie gave like a detailed review and she like, it was like heartfelt. It was like, anyway, that's pretty funny.
Well, I also missed half the movie because my kid was just losing her mind. So
that was so funny when you were like getting up to go to put her to bed.
She was so like, sad.
I was like, oh.
She knew that she was about to be put down.
Yeah, bro. But anyway, that's one thing I noticed. I say, but anyway, and like, well, anyway, like all the time. It's like, what is everything that we said before that just garbage to me? Why did I say that? I don't know.
At least you don't. I feel like I would do like I do something like that where I say, well, anyway, and then keep talking about the same thing, or be like, well, I'm like to make a long story short, or I promise I won't talk anymore about this, and then I keep talking about it for a lot longer than I say I am.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We both just do stuff like that. I don't know, and that's okay.
I love you the way that you are.
Okay. So I was thinking about it yesterday. Maddie and I were driving home from her dad's house, and it was like, first of all, it took us like an hour and 15 minutes to get home from Eagle Mountain. I was like, oh
Dude,
my god,
the drive to Eagle Mountain sucks.
Stinks. I hate it.
Super bad.
Anyway, so we had a long time to drive, and so I was like thinking about today and what we could talk about, and I was like, yo, only like one thing came to mind, but I was like, what if we talked about stuff that was like super embarrassing or like bad date experiences? So okay. I will start with the story while you think. So I don't remember anything about this girl that I went on a date with, but it was like a group date, so it wasn't like a double date or anything like that. There was like 6 of us plus our dates. So there was like 12 of us total. There was a lot of people, and one of my friends had a friend, and so my friend was like, hey, like I'm gonna set you up with my girlfriend or whatever. Anyway, so we got set up on a blind date. We played kickball. It was fun. It was whatever. It was a good day. I don't remember really anything that happened, but I remember on the way back when we were driving to like drop everybody off, because everyone lived in like the same general neighborhood, so we just like dropped people off like one at a time and all went home. And while we were driving home, I was like, well, I was super awkward. I still am, but I was like, so like in the car, I was like, so are you like jazz? I was like, are hugs like at the end of the day? Like I was trying to like establish if like I should go for a hug or if it's like, no, like don't do that. Anyway.
Were you into this girl though? You're like, I want that hug.
No, I remember I was like she was super nice and it was cool. I just didn't want to be at the doorstep and be like, do I hug you? Or like, is this a handshake?
I think that's respectable to make that instead of having that awkward tension when you like go up and it's like, I'm not, no, don't worry, we're good.
Yeah, I tried to like force the early tension in the car with everybody. So it was like less awkward on the doorstep.
Still so awkward.
It was terrible. But I remember I asked and she was like, oh, it's this whole thing. If a girl, like if she hugs you like with her arms under yours, then it means that she like liked the date. And she's kind of in like yeah, like I like being close to you. Like it was a good date. And if she hugs you over your arms, like around your neck. It's like, I really liked this date, and like we should kiss. And then she was like, but if they ever like cross, like one arm under, one arm over, you know what I'm talking about? She was like, that is a bad sign. That's like, get away from me. Like a little, this is like a pity hug so that you'll leave, right? And I was like, oh shoot, like I didn't realize there was a science to this. And she was like, it's a whole thing.
There's a code.
There's like a code, and which I didn't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but
that's how, I mean, I could see the logic there makes sense.
yeah, I feel like it kind of made sense. But we started dropping people off, and when we got to the door, I was like, hey, like I had fun, like thanks. And so I just like put my arms out, because I was like, well, if she's the one that has to decide, then I can't force.
You're like
I force my arms under, so she has to go over. No. But I just like kind of put my arms out, and she just like crossed and gave me a hug and like patted me on the back, and then like went inside, and I was like, oh gosh, that was horrible. And I remember like 4 days later, while we were driving home, I was talking to my friend that set me up with her, and I was like, yeah, I guess she didn't like it at all, because she like cross hugged me, and she said that was like super bad. And then like 4 days later, that same girl that I went on a date with texted me, and she was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't even realize, I just went cross, just like whatever, blah blah blah, like I had a great time. And I was like, it's almost worse that you like just completely subconsciously were like, cross hug.
Yeah, especially when she made such a point about like, you brought it up, you're like, hey, I want to make sure that I address this. Then she's like, no, so here's the rule. And then she goes to the person that asked it. She did not. That seems a little funky.
Yeah, it was tough. But she was nice, and we never spoke again. I think I responded, and I was like, you're fine. And then we just never texted ever again.
So clearly, she unintentionally communicated that she was not down.
Yes, that she was not
down to clown.
So yeah. So that was kind of awkward.
That is rough. That actually, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's fine though. That's
the worst part about going on dates in general. It's just like that last, like, what do I do on the door? Hey, I'm not interested in doing any sort of physical contact besides like a fist bump. Like cheerio, mate. Bonk.
Oh.
Anyway, sheesh, dude.
Yeah, I feel like for the most part, I don't know. I personally, okay, maybe this is a completely hot take, but I think that going on group dates is the way to go. Like, I think that unless you're like dating, because it's like, oh, we've gotten to know each other a little bit, or like we've known each other for a while, like let's go on a date, you and I feel like group dates, at least for me, because I'm so awkward just like by nature, I feel like group dates just help to alleviate so much like stress of like needing to be like not weird.
Like you can just kind of settle into the group.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Like I feel like I can be myself in a way that's like I feel like me being me is like slightly awkward, but it's like okay. But if I'm trying not to be awkward, then it's way worse. I'm like super awkward. And so,
yeah, I don't think I'm a loser. And my wife would not have, like, Esther would not have like pursued me or like even like considered spending time with me if I hadn't like been comfortable in my house and was not like, it wasn't even a date like when we first met, but it was just like, I agree. I think that group dates are BN.
They are BN. They're super BN. Unless you like ignore your date. I've seen that happen.
Actually, I had a pretty bad group date now that I think about
it. Let's hear it.
So this is also, again, this wasn't like an awkward date, sort of. It was just not a good date. And it was a blind date that I got set up with. And I'm going to be like, try to be as non-shallow as I can be. But like, I showed up and I was just like, I'm not into this girl at all. Yeah. Like, just like, I think it's important. Like, we're not going to get into the whole like psychology side of it, but it is like, I was like, oh, you got to be attracted to the person that you're attracted to. The person that you're going to be with, you got to be like, got to have some sort of attraction. And there was none from me. Like, there's none. Oof. So, yeah, that's too bad. And
that's too bad.
So I was like, well, we're in for the long run. And she was paying for it. She'd kind of planned it. Yep.
Wait, so you were her date or you were her date? Like she had set it up and
no. I actually don't remember, but I didn't plan the date.
Okay.
But I'd never met her before. So maybe, I don't actually remember how that worked out, but I don't remember any of this. But there wasn't like a mutual friend. How did this happen?
Was it like a dating app or
It
something?
might have been a dating app. I do not remember.
Yeah.
It was a very small period of time that I used a dating app. So that's probably it. So yeah, probably that. But I feel like I would have seen her on a dating app,
Valid. Like seen her again after that?
Yeah. Or like seen like at least like a picture of her and been like, oh no,
Oh yeah.
why would I match with her?
Got
Let
him.
alone like So I don't know. Long story short, somehow I ended up miraculously just teleported to a date that I did not plan with someone I've never met, and it was like we got burgers, and we walked in. It was so sad. I walked in the restaurant and I was just like, and she walked up to me and I was like, oh, that's too bad. This is just not my.
Oof. Okay.
I'm sounding super shallow, but I just wasn't into her, and she was. Here's the hard part for me was like she was like very loud, like really loud, and just like like you make a like mildly funny joke and just like and like where you're like in a public setting where you're like, let's say like we were eating and I made a joke and like laughed really loud that people would be like
turn and look at you.
Yeah, and I'm like I'm embarrassed to be around her, and so it was like it was so sad because she was clearly like having a good time. And she was just being herself, and I love that for her. But I was not into it. I was like really embarrassed. I was having a hard time. Then we went and watched, I think probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I think combined with the whole date experience made it the worst movie. But I also don't think it was very good. But what is it? The Fantastic Beasts, like the last movie, the third Fantastic Beasts.
I never saw that.
It wasn't good. I don't think it was good. I thought it was actually really stupid.
Fair.
But she was eating it up, and her friends, they were like the loudest people in the theater, like laughing and like, oh,
what?
She was just losing her mind at every single thing that happened.
Okay.
And just like and I was just like, I'm so embarrassed to be in this situation where everyone's like, I'm like in that group, like, those people that everyone hates in theaters when they're so loud. I was in that crowd, and I was on a date with one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I mean, again, from the beginning, I knew that I was like, I'm not going on another date with this person. I already know.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was just like uncomfortable. I was annoyed. I didn't want to be there. And so I just said, oh, and I was going to drive to Idaho right afterwards. So they were like, oh, we're going to go get some ice cream afterwards. And I was like, I actually got to start driving to Idaho. So I got to go. I did give her a hug on the way to the car. Yeah. She seemed like she was like super into it. Like, oh, this is great. Like, and she's like, text me when you get to Idaho. And I text her, and then she's like, how you doing? Like, and I was just like, I'm going to be just totally honest. Like, I just don't think that, like, like I'm super interested. And she's like, okay, have a nice life. And I was like, oh, sorry, I don't know what else to say. But like, I'm glad I didn't, I mean, she paid for all of it. So,
that's so hard. Have a nice life. You're like,
she definitely, hey, look, and I get it. Like, it hurts. And it's hard to, like, you probably get your heart set on something and then
get stomped on.
Yeah. But that was the worst date I've been on. It was probably only like a couple hours, but it felt like 4, and it was a long date and not a fun one. I did not have fun at all. I was just depressed.
Dude, that's so dating stuff like that is so hard. Like, I feel like
I can't believe we ever did that.
Yeah, dating is wild. I can only think of like one blind date that I ever went on that was like okay, because I feel like for the most part, blind dates for me just like weren't great. I feel like I had a hard time like really connecting with the people, or it's nice when there's like a common thread other than just like we know the same person. Or in your case, you don't know anybody. You just appeared next to this girl.
But that wasn't a good situation at all. It was terrible.
Fair.
I don't know anyone.
The only other blind date that I can really think of that I went on was I've got a super good friend who's actually just texting me before this. He like, I don't know, him and his wife like set up like one of her friends with me. We like went on a date, and like she was nice. Like, I love this friend of mine, and his wife is super cool, and like I thought it was gonna be super fun. But her friend, instead of like being on a date, just like hung out with my friend's wife the whole time.
Oh,
and I was like,
gosh,
like she was nice, and it was fine, and it was whatever. And like afterwards, I was just like, yeah, like I'm not really that interested. But she just like didn't pay attention to me at all, which I feel like seems kind of, no, I feel like on a date, paying attention to your date is like pretty standard. But
Yeah.
we went to like an arcade, and I would just like be playing a game. It was like one of those like Papa Shot, like two of us, and
Playing
she
by
would just like,
yourself.
well, she would just like leave, and I'm just like, yeah, shooting hoops by myself. I was just like, well, and then like my friend, the husband of he would just like walk up to me and just like hang out with me since my date was with his wife. But yeah, so blind dates, I feel like I never had a killer streak with that. It was kind of,
I don't know how people do this. I mean, they got to work for some people, but
Yeah.
yeah, for me, it's like,
I do think there's some like there's definitely an appeal to it in my mind's eye where it's like, oh, like I don't know anything about this person. Like you can find out, like you can learn whatever, I don't know, like a completely new person that you'd like get to know or whatever. I feel like that like sounds cool in my brain, but it never worked in practice. So
I
You're
went,
talking
on,
like
I went
pure-
on one blind date.
that was your only blind date?
Yeah, I hate
Oh,
that.
wow.
I would never do it. So I guess I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm referencing one single date, but I feel like more often than not, it would be like, here's this really cool person that you'd be set up with, and you're like, they are probably pretty cool. I
Yeah.
just don't think I'm like physically attracted to them.
Fair, yeah.
I would say for me, like when I met my wife, I will not go into the story right now, I promise. But it was like the way that we connected, like the vibe that is what kind of put me in. Like I was like, oh yeah, she's actually really cool. Like she's fun. So it's not just like physical stuff like your appearance. Like that does help, but it's also like the vibe. And when I met my wife, it was the vibes that really like sold me. Also think she's smoking hot, but
no, I feel like what I was gonna say is I totally agree with you. Like I feel like lots of times certain things, like not physical characteristics, will make you physically attracted to somebody.
Yeah.
Like good vibes, I feel like is definitely a way to become more physically attracted to somebody. Like, I don't know, that's one of the many, many things that I love about my wife. She's super funny and just like, I feel like stuff like that. Anyway, we don't need to talk about like go into all the details about why exactly I love my wife, but she is smoking hot, and
That's
part of it is humor. Anyway,
very good, very good.
Hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha, shark bait.
Hoo-ha.
No, I hate that. I don't know.
What even is that? Shark Tales? No, that's Nemo. Finding Nemo, right?
Nemo, Slimo.
Nemo, it's Nemo. Shark bait. Hoo-ha. Fish are friends, not food. When I was learning Spanish, I translated that whole speech into Spanish and would recite.
What's fish are friends, not food?
Los peces son amigos, no son comida.
Pescado?
Pescado. Well, pescado is like you know how there's like pig and pork? Like you eat pork.
Oh, is pescado like a cooked fish?
Yeah, kind of.
What?
But like pez is like a fish that's like alive still. It's like in Tagalog, there's like rice that's like in the ground and like rice that you eat.
That's true. That's fair.
But with fish instead.
But with fish. I didn't know that. That's too bad. I mean, that's too bad. That
is really too bad. A tragedy, honestly.
I've been saying pescado for the last like pescado. I've been saying that so much, and it just means cooked fish.
I think
well,
it just means like fish, but it's like with the connotation of like something that you eat.
What if you were eating a raw fish?
Like in sushi or something?
No. Like a non-prepared fish. Like you just caught it, took your grubby little mitts, and you grabbed a full-on trout out of the pond and then just munched it.
I don't know. Maybe
would that be like?
You'd probably say like, I found a pez, like I found a fish. I feel like you'd say like, we found a fish, like a living fish, like a pez, and we ate the fish, and we ate the pescado. No, I don't know, actually. I feel like it makes more sense to say pez, but I'm also not a native speaker, so somebody else would probably be like, that's cap. But
that's cap.
Now that's a lie. Well, anyway, we can pretty much go out there if you'd like.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Come on, England. Oh.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you. I love you.